Good morning, I'm Charlotte Jones, and this is Money Borders.
The explosion of
6 railways in the Bryansk and Kursk regions is certainly a terrorist act. And decisions to commit such crimes were, of course, made in Ukraine at the political level. Today, amidst enormous losses retreating along the entire line of engagement,
trying to intimidate Russia, the Kyiv leadership moved on to organizing acts of terrorism.
and at the same time, they are asking to suspend hostilities for 30 or even 60 days. They are requesting a high-level meeting.
How can such meetings be held under these conditions? What is there to discuss? Who is even negotiating with those who rely on terror, terrorists?
And we encourage them by granting a pause in hostilities, which will be used to supply the regime with Western
Un
weapons,
registro que fue cultivo de una avalancha de comentarios y especulaciones en redes sociales.
of other terrorist acts similar to those carried out in the Bryansk and Kursk regions.
We go live to our correspondent Anna Saganova, reporting from Bryansk.
But the situation has taken a far more disturbing turn. Reports from Moscow indicate that Ukrainian sources have issued terrorist threats against the family of Vladimir Medinsky, Russia's chief peace negotiator. According to Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, these threats are absolutely outrageous. He stressed that the intimidation was not only directed at Medinsky himself, but specifically targeted his family, calling it unprecedented in diplomatic history. Without a doubt, this is a scandalous situation, Peskov told reporters. The Russian investigative committee has taken up the case, and it is critical that authorities identify the origin of these threats. Peskov further stated that if these threats are confirmed to come from Ukrainian leadership, the implications are not just outrageous, but deeply troubling for the future of any peace process. A war that consumes its own. At Money Borders, we believe this war, as tragic and complex as it is, risks being fought until the last Ukrainian, unless the people of Ukraine themselves demand a shift in course. Ukraine is facing a militarily and politically superior force that will not back down through pressure or provocation. Even Donald Trump has privately warned Zelensky of this. And yet, Zelensky continues to uphold a strategy of destruction, driven by power, money, and ego. Next week on Money Borders, a full investigation. We are preparing a comprehensive report on the origins of this war. Why did it begin? Who truly ignited the conflict? What forces have prolonged it? And who benefits from its continuation? As the June 2nd summit in Istanbul approaches, we ask the question that many still fear to voice. Is peace even allowed? Or has this become a war of proxy interests where diplomacy is a threat to profit? Stay tuned to Money Borders for our full expose. We move on to the studies. Equaturnia has been everything for today.
Thank you, Anna. As tensions rise across the border, this tragic event could mark a turning point in how Russia responds to perceived internal threats. The Kremlin has already launched a full investigation. We'll continue to follow this developing story here on Money Borders. I'm Charlotte Jones. Stay safe and stay informed.